Before starting the main event, let me give a brief intro about myself. I am Abhyan Shagreri, currently pursuing bachelor's from Chandigarh University. I am one of the executive head along with Prakash Srivastav and Hitik Saini. We all welcome you daily to Mozilla Chandigarh community. Before talking, as it is our first event, we decided to give a brief intro about the community. So, before talking about Mozilla Chandigarh, let's talk about Mozilla. What is Mozilla's mission? The Mozilla mission: to ensure the internet is a global public resource, open and accessible to all. The main mission of Mozilla is to make internet free and accessible to all, to spread open source. An internet that truly puts people first, where individuals can share their own experience and are empowered, safe and independent. That's the main aim of Mozilla. Now, talking about the mission of community, I would like Prakash Yas to tell about the mission of community.
So, hello everyone. I am Prakash Srivastav. Let's talk about mission of our community. We believe that community collaboration is vital for creating an internet that is diverse, innovative, and accountable to the people who need it the most. Whether you have a background in tech or you just have a computer and some free time, you can help us to make internet a better place. We commit to our goal to grow knowledge of our members on developing technologies, and we provide this through peer-to-peer workshop and events. So there is more to come. Stay tuned. So after going through several screening process, we came up with a wonderful executive team for our Mozilla Chandigarh. These are the members of our executive team. You can have a look on them. So Abhyansh, if I have joined this community as a member, what will be my role?
Yeah, very well question asked, Prakhar. So the most important thing, the role of members. As it was ambiguous to many members, I would like to clarify about it. It is number one, to get involved. To get involved in new projects and the events that we have lined up to make the excitement in the community. The second thing, be a speaker and deliver your knowledge to other people. We don't want you to just listen. We want you to speak as well. We want you to share knowledge to others so that they can benefit from them. The third thing, collaborate. Collaborate with other community members in case you need any help or something like that. You are open to share about it and collaborate with the other one. These are the role of members. One more thing is the Project Hub. I would like Prakhar to.
So we came out with a beautiful idea of Project Hub. So Project Hub is a place where you can show off your open source project and get a chance to win some endorsements. Apart from this, you can come to this place to find some mentors and collaborators for your personal open source projects. We can help you out in your personal projects, and this would be a great thing for students who are still learning. So that's it. That's the Project Hub thing, and that will be live by tomorrow. Thank you.
This was a brief intro about the community. Now let's start today's main event, to build and launch your portfolio site. I would like Shivam to enter and go through the chronology of the event.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Shivam.
Okay, wonderful. So hello everyone, it's really nice to see you all come to this evening of this wonderful weekend to learn and grow. So we came up with this webinar to build you up a portfolio website, which will eventually consist of going through Git and GitHub. We will cover the basic of Git and GitHub so that you will be able to work and also much aware about it. And next we will dive into how make you your own portfolio, and this will be a great start if just in case if you want to showcase your every ideas and projects. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So my name is Shibam Dhar, and I'm going to take this session of Git and GitHub. So let's just start with. I want you all to go open up this links. So guys, this will be a hands-on event. I want it to be a much more interactive with you all. So go to the website and just go to this links and open them up. Just in case if you don't have Git Bash, download it and install it, because it will help you to understand what I'm going to do, because all the codes will be done in the Git Bash. Let me show you how this goes. Just in case if you are using for the Windows, just click here in the download 22.828.0, and for the other like OS and Linux, you can just click here and and just go on with downloading it. So let me just continue with my, yeah, okay then. Okay, so in front of you there is a symbol of a glowing, and I would like to know if anyone know what is this. Like if anyone can tell me. This is a symbol of GitHub, but this is also known as AutoCAD.
It's AutoCAD, the symbol for GitHub, right?
Shivam, please unmute yourself. Your voice is not audible.
Okay, hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, Shivam, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Great. So yes, so I would like to propose a question that what is Git and GitHub? Let's start with Git. So what you guys think about Git? Like anyone would like to give a brief in the chat, then it is really like we will welcome it. So like, as you know, if you have heard about this, then Git is a distributed version control system. So basically it is a system which will control your track in every instance. Like just in case if you're working with a program and you want to go back and want to get a check on which part of the program you have made some differences or created some other branches or stuff, then the Git will do it for you. And with that, any project which uses Git will always have a .git folder in it. The .git folder acts as a history browser for the project or the folder. Just in case if you want to understand this better, you can think of it like this, that this folder will create all the databases for what you have done from the day one in your project. So these three are the most important pillar of Git. One, history. Second, backup. Third, collaboration. So the history is like knowing exactly which file changed, who made those changes, and when those changes occurred. So everything, whatever you do in the project, this AutoCAD knows. This AutoCAD knows your past and who has changed the code and when the changes were occurred. Second is backup. The backup ability gives us to go at certain instance of the future, of the past. Let's say you want to go back to some instance where the code was different. So this AutoCAD will enable you to go back and get your project. And third and widely used purpose is collaboration. Git and GitHub give you the wonderful experience to work with your peers and fellows. Just in case if you are doing something at your home and someone wants to make a change in your project, they can do it anywhere without any problem. So these three are the most important pillars and wonderful pillars offered by our AutoCAD. So what is GitHub? So GitHub is like a website that allows us to use Git and create repositories online as a repository hosting service. Let's say there is a place where you can save all your project works and it will be online so that you can access it from anywhere in the anywhere where you are accessible to network, and then you can keep your project safe. So what is a repository? Okay, if I make this like this, let's suppose all your projects are books and the shelves are the repositories and all the shelves are inside the library, which is GitHub. So inside GitHub there are different repositories which acts as a bookshelves, which eventually keeps your projects as a form of, all the repositories. Store it as a repository in your GitHub account. So I hope you guys have installed Git Bash in your respective system, and just in case if you're on Linux or Mac, you can just set up the terminal and you can just work on it. So let's see. So configure your Git. So configuration acts as a vital part just to connect your system with your remote. Git config -- global user.name and your username, then followed by your user email. GitHub uses the email address set in your local Git configuration to associate commits pushed from the do changes in your local system. For that, you have to configure your Git Bash in your local system. Okay. Next, initializing a new repository. So while doing this, it is very much So we will start with this everything and we will go to an hands-on session about this. What I want you all to understand that with the help of our Git and with the help of our Git Bash, we can create a new folder, we can move our directories and initialize our current folder into the repository. So there is an essential part known as commits. So commits are the basic checkpoint snapshot of the state of your repository at a particular time. If I want to put this in a very easy and comfortable way, you can understand this as like your checkpoints in your video games. Just in case, what happens that when you are working or performing something, like you are playing a video game and at some time you save it, that acts as a commit that yes, I have saved it, and next time, just in case when you want to see or go back to your saved game, you can just go back to that particular checkpoint or commits. So commit and snapshot are basically a state where your project or your repository was saved at a particular time. Okay, so let's get ready and we are going to perform this in our system. What I want you all to open up these important links. There's bit.ly/gitcodes and let's get started. So here with me, I have my git commands. This is for your reference, just in case if you want to, look back at home and later on when you are trying on your own, you can just refer to this. What I'll do is let's do this. Okay. Fine. Okay. So here I'm opening my git bash. So the first thing which we are going to do is that configuring our git. So it will be go like git config.
Shivam,
Yes.
wait for a few minutes. Actually, someone is saying that he is installing the Git. It is in progress.
Okay, wonderful. Ritik, do me a favor that just in case if someone is asking something, I'm not able to say it. So
Okay.
just tell me in the in the voice note only.
Sure.
Yes. I let me. Yes, these are the codes.
You can share this in the chat. Shivam.
Okay, wonderful. I'm doing it.
Okay, it's no harm. It can be shared now also. Shivam, just share the links, that the document link that have the Git commands in it, right?
Okay, fine. I'm doing it. I've shared the document with the Git commands, and I'm sharing my personalized page, which we will going to perform. Just in the chat, guys, let me know who all have done it. Who have done with installing your Git bash. Okay, amazing. Amit has done. Chandra has done. Amazing. Good. Great. Rest of you do it. Then we will 50%. And yes, we are waiting. Done. Good.
Yeah, Shivam, you can move ahead now, as most of them have already done that.
Okay, great. Amazing. So let me get started. Yes, I've already done. Okay then. So the first thing we are going to configure our git. So git config ---- global user .name. Okay, before this, the most important part is having your GitHub account. This is my GitHub account. The normal website is github.com, where this is my username. It says SoulHunter10737. Here you can see there are many repositories which I was talking about. These are all my repositories which I made, and here we can showcase and store our everything and every work. So I hope you guys are having GitHub account, because it is very essential. Let's so what I need from here is that my user name. So it is SoulHunter10737. Yes, okay, fine. User dot name dot SoulHunter10737. Fine. After this, we are going to configure this with user.email. And this email ID, you all guys put up your email ID, which you have used for signing up your GitHub account. Fine. So this is my email ID, shivam.diga@gmail.com. And great. So with this two step, you have configured your Git bash. Now let's say where we are right now. So for that, what we can do is let's move ahead to our desktop. So we will do a cd desktop. Now you can see this part means that we are now in the desktop. Let's create a folder. So for creating a folder, we use the following code, mkdir.
Hello, Shivam, I'm very sorry to interrupt you, but wait a minute. Karthik Agarwal,
Yes.
could you please let us know that what exactly you are not able to configure in your system? It will be a great help. Actually, he is not able to configure. I just said that on the chat. I just saw it.
Okay, so Karthik, what I want you to do is just install the Git bash and then open it up. After opening it up, then you have to configure it with this simple codes, which is git config -- global user.name and your respective user ID. With this, you will able to configure your Git bash. I hope this will solve, because this will be very easy. So, and then we are going to use cd desktop, which means change directory, and then mkdir, which will use to make a folder. So let's say I'm going to make a folder as Mozilla CU. Okay, great. So let me go back and check if I have a folder at the back. Okay, see, you can see it generated right here, and if I open, it is empty for now. Okay, fine. Let's just minimize it and do the work again. Fine then. So to check if anything is inside the folder, you can just put ls and click, and you can see it is in desktop. So all these folders are inside my desktop. So right now I have to go to my respective folder, which is Mozilla CU. So for this, we will again change the directory cd Mozilla CU. Now you can see the directory has changed to desktop. Inside the desktop, there is a Mozilla CU folder. Now let me do ls. Just in case if you are not a Windows user, then you can use ls-a if you are using Linux. Thank you. So let's see ls. We did ls, so nothing is there. Okay, fine. Let's clear the screen. Fine. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a file. So for creating a file, the basic command is to touch hello.txt. You can name it anything. Let's say I want to name it as mine, shivam.txt, and txt means that the value will be a text pad. So, oh, sorry. Touch. Okay, great. Now let me do ls. Okay, so you can see there is a folder file name as shivam.txt. Let me check. Yes, it is here. So let's just open it up. So for opening it up, let's first of all initialize this folder. Fine. So what I just did is that in our folder named as mozilla.cu, I initialized a git and with a .git folder, which means that whatever you are going to do, it will keep a track. So let's just do ls again. It has shivam.txt, and let's just check our git status. So what does it say? It says that no commits yet.
Shivam,
Yes.
I'm very sorry again, but could you please answer the queries that someone asked? That could you please explain touch command again, and that warning they are saying? Just look into it once.
Okay, fine. Just give me a second. I'm not able to find the chat. Will you just repeat what they said?
Okay, the first thing was that they were confused with the touch command, and the second thing that they asked that please wait for us to execute the commands. So keep the session interactive with them. They are saying, okay, just
Okay.
see this.
Okay, fine. Actually, I'm not able to see the chat in between. Okay, fine. So first of all, what is the touch means? So the touch means is that, let's say, for the making of the folder, while making a folder, we are using mkdir, and for making up a file in which we are going to use, we will use touch. The touch command is used to create a file inside anything or anywhere. So touch is basically used to create a file. And the next question, so we are implementing, can you please go a little? So yes, okay, fine. Yes, we can use mkdir here, but it will create only just another folder. Let me show you how. If I create mkdir hello, check here, you can see a folder named as hello is made. But when we do toucs touch index.html, then you can see an index file is made here. So this is the difference between touch and mkdir. I hope this will clear up the things. Okay, fine, great. Let me move ahead. So as I was talking about get status. So the status, as the name differs, that it makes us understand what is the status of our folder. So the status right now is that the files are there, but it is not yet tracked. So for that, we have to add this to our Git. So we will do git add. There are two procedures to add something to our .git. First of all is that putting up git add and the name of the file index.html. But just in case if you have many folders, you can just write git add space dot. Now check the status. So the status said that, okay, fine, user, you have added all the things in your git, but it is yet to be committed. So we have to create a snapshot here. Let's do it. So the so for committing, you can see git commit -m add my first file. You can add this anything. So git commit so let me tell you something which is really important when you are contributing to some project. Inside commit, it asks for a message, which I have written here, add my first file. This message should be very much informative and make this a habit. Let's say I'm adding here I'm doing this add for the project. Then fine, adding for the project. Okay, so let me check status. So it says that on branch master, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. So it means that the AutoCAD is telling you, okay, fine, user, you have put 2 files and you have also added them and you have also committed them. So I have a snapshot of your work, and I've also saved your history. So next is understanding the working flow of all this system. So let me tell you how this happens actually. I want you all to open your GitHub account. Let me have a look on the chat. Any question, just let me know in the chat. I'm looking it up. How did we have .git file? Okay, Sneha. So for having a .git file, what we have to do is initializing the Git and for initializing it, we use git init command. The command is git space init init. Any other questions? Just do let me know in the chat. It's not really necessary. If you want to have a HTML file, then create an HTML file. If you want to have a text file, create a text file. If you want to have a MD file, you create a .md file. It's your choice. Okay. Even after doing git init does not git. Okay, just in case, and if anyone not able to see .git file in their folder, then they do just open up the file and click here view and click in the show hidden file and enable this hidden items, because often the .git file is hidden. That's why it's not visible there. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's start. So now we were talking about repositories. For making a new repository, we have to come to the GitHub page, that is github.com, and click on this plus sign. Click on new repository and give a repository your name. Anything, just whatever suits you. So let me say Mozilla Git. Fine. So this name will be your repository name. You have to make sure that none of your repository name have the same name, because if you have same name, it will not happen. And the description, it is your optional. The GitHub gives you two options. One is public and another is private. So the difference is that, let's say I'm making a repository which has my project, and I want every one of you to have a look on it. So only the people who only the repository, if it is a public repository, then you will be able to see it. But if I don't want you all to see it, I will create a private repository. So let's start with public, and I don't want to initialize. Okay, let's just initialize. Fine. So I will initialize a README and we will create a repository. Okay, amazing. So now you can see that what is the use of .gitignore file. So gitignore file, Anmol, that's a very good question, I must tell you. If you have used Git with the help of VS Code and you are using many big, packages, often the gitignore files take up those packages and make it a bit lighter. This gitignore files helps you to store all of them in this. Getting a warning from my VS Code compiler when I add files if I press it. Rahul, I'm not able to understand your query. I would like you to explain it a bit more. Okay, fine. So, so if you have come this along, then wonderful. You have your first, or you can say you have made your Git repository. Now what you can do is that click here, copy this code, and you can just click select here and do a Control-C and or copy, and then what you can do is, let me show you this. Okay, fine. I have opened my new page. What I'll do, I'll go to again desktop. Fine. I will create a folder, Mozilla repo. Now I will clone all the stuff which is present in my GitHub account, and for cloning we use git clone and the respective. Okay, fine. Let me do it for you here. Git clone and control V won't work. You can either paste it like this or you can use shift insert paste. Okay, fine. Get okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let me do this anyway. So I think it's time for you to do some hands-on on you based off your first commit. So what I want you all to do is that go to this website, myfirstpr.netlify.app, and here you can see the steps I have mentioned here. And you can see the first step is that go to the GitHub repository. You can just simply click on here. It will open up a repository. And what you do is that clone this with the help of git clone and this command. So what you can do is just, first of all, fork it. I can't fork it into mine. Just click here in the fork button. The meaning of fork, let me tell you. When you are forking it, it means an exact same copy is transferred to your GitHub account, which means that whatever changes you do won't affect my page or my repository, but you will see the changes in your your own account. So first of all, click here in the fork button. I can't fork it into mine, so just click here in the fork button. Anybody having any trouble, just let me know in the chat. After forking it, step 2, put this thing after forking, click here in the code and copy this. After copying this, you can just simply go cd. You can open your git bash and okay, fine. Type in the command git clone space all your and you will see that everything will start downloading. Let me have a look in the chat. Explain cloning one more time. Okay, fine. Ariman, what cloning means is that all the files which I have here, you can see, are available online, right? So you want them in your desktop because it is very inconvenient to work here online after going every code and single bit. So what I'll do is that I'll clone it into my desktop. When I clone it, you can see a first commit is made here. And if I open it, you can see the details are same. All the folders are same as my GitHub account. Great. I hope this this clears your doubt, Ariman. Yes, clear. Okay, wonderful. So first step, you opened up the git command. You have to fork it first. Click here in the fork button, and after the forking is done, click here in the code and copy this URL and just write the code git clone and paste the URL. Okay, fine. Great. So after pasting it, you can see that in the desktop you have your folder named as first commit. Open this up. Great. And let me show you. Okay. So step 3, we have to go to cd first commit and let's not make a branch for now. You just go to cd first commit. Okay, fine. So what I'll do, I'll go to cd first commit. Fine. So now you are in a CD first commit, and then check on your fourth step. Okay, so now you have to go to src folder and then profile. So what you can do, you can click on here cd src, then cd profiles. Great, amazing. So now after you are in your profile directory in your first commit folder, I want you to do is that with your username and file name with .md extension, what you can do is, let's say, let me show you on this, touch your user ID, which is mine is soulhunter10737 .md, and put a enter. After doing this, open this up in your notepad. To open this up in your notepad, you have to write notepad soulhunter10737.md. So you can see the notepad popped up with the name of soulhunter10737. Keep this open, go to this page and copy this and paste it here. Replace your username with your own username, your full name with your own full name. Like here I will do soulhunter10737 and my full name Shivam Dhar, and then save it, Control S, and cross it. Great, amazing. Now let me see if you have any queries. Just let me know in the chat. So the steps are very written here. So first of all, that please tell the git branch your username dot profile. Okay, so the git branch your username profile is a bit another thing, that when you are using your git bash, you can see here at the last it is written master, which means in the git branch you are on your master branch, and while using this other code, it is used as to create a different branch which will not affect your main branch, that is master branch. Okay, then let's move ahead. Okay, fine. So the first step, we opened up the Git repository. Second step, we cloned the repository. Third step, we commit. We went to the first commit and profile section, and then we added a MD file. After adding this MD file, what we will do is that simply git add soulhunter10737. With the file which you just made, we have to add this to our git bash. Okay, fine, wonderful. So it has been added. Now we have to commit. I want you all to write up the message as my first commit. Okay, fine, this should do. And the last step is pushing this code to your particular online page, which means that now this folder, which is known as soulhunter10737, is situated in your local desktop. Now it's time to put this in your repository, which is in your online system. I hope you have forked this, because it will really help if you have forked this. Okay, then what you will do, you will put your code into your repository. For this, the simple code is git push, and we are pushing it to origin master. So origin master. So it will ask for your username. and then it will ask for your password. And once you do it, it will publish everything in your folder. Amazing. So now when you come here and do a refresh, you will find your code here. You can see my first commit 1 minute ago is done. As you can see, you have forked this. I want you all, you will find a pull request button here, which will click on that pull request and then create a pull request so that I will be able to find this. And when I go to SRC profiles, you see Soul Hunter 10737 has been made. I want you all to create a pull request, and let me see who creates a first pull request. Questions, come in the chat. This is the last thing. This is the great thing. Create your first pull request right now. Please share your Git bash. Okay, fine. I'm showing my Git bash. I think this should help. Oh, yes. Thank you, Shubham, for helping. Yes, MD is used for markdown files, generally in repo instead of .txt. Yes, absolutely correct. Because whatever you are doing in your markup language in GitHub, we use .md file. I hope you guys are able to do it. It's great that 14 people have forked it. I hope to see a pull request soon. Let me refresh it. Okay, no pull request yet. Let me know where you guys have stuck. After going to the code, you will have what you have already forked. You can see that here a pull request button is made, because as I'm using my own repository, I won't be able to do it. So you can click on that pull request button and help to create this pull request. Okay. Ritik, I would like to hand over it to you. I hope this will
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Okay.
Okay, so I hope everyone is done with the task that Shubham has just made you. So now the important phase, the portfolio website, right? So I know you are excited that we'll get a portfolio website by the end of the event, and here's the time when we are starting that phase of our event. Okay, so just let me know that how many of you already have their portfolio website. I mean, they already have their portfolio website, or they have tried it. They have it locally. I mean, just have made the HTML. Anything? Okay. Mala Haswan has the file. Okay,
Ritik?
good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to just make a quick announcement if that's okay. Yeah, sure. So it is shown here that profile name IMUZAI has created a first pull request and has done his task, and the second one is done by 22 Taran. Okay, amazing. Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. So now, okay, I know that I have my domain name and waiting for making it. Oh, very good, Simranpreet. It's really nice. Now, let's initiate the process. So I want you to go to the Mozilla Chandigarh GitHub, and you need to fork the repository. Wait, I'll share the link with you. Okay. Just go to this URL and fork this repository. And let me know when you all are done and you have forked the repository. And after doing it, I request to all of you to open your terminal. The Git that Shubham had just told you about. Just open the terminal. Okay, Atul, you're done. Good. 7. Okay. We are 52 here. What are all others doing? Forget. Still 7. Okay. So once you all are done forking it, the next thing is to get the code. Exactly what thing is. This is a repository which contains a few files, few directories, and few everything that this repository contains. What is your next step is to get this code on your PC, right? So the next thing you will do is now just see, I'm on my desktop. See, my directory is on desktop. So what I will do is I will just write git clone, and see, you get the code here, right? You need to copy this, right? When you copy this, uh, already. Oh, sorry. I have already have this on my PC, right? So I have already forked it. Right. When you fork it, you will get the files on your PC. See, the same files are there, and you can get this all the files in your local hosted. Okay, you will get the files in your local computer. Once you get the file, you when you open the HTML, right, you will get this code, which is a HTML code. Okay, this is embedded in CSS and made with Bootstrap. Right, this is already style has been done. Okay, I can explain you a few things about Bootstrap, and then at the end of the event, you will launch it on the GitHub itself by using GitHub pages. Right. So just let me know how many of you have got the code in your PC, in your local PC. How many have you have this folder in your desktop? Okay, done. Okay, you have the folder, right? Okay, Simran, we are waiting for you. Simran, please just let us know when you are done. Anyone who is not able to perform this particular step shall let me know right now, because this is the first step. Forked it, but how to navigate to the folder? Rajesh, you need not to navigate to the folder. You just write git clone and the URL, right? Okay, so I'll go as well now. So Rajesh, I was talking with you. Just write the command git clone and the URL of the repository, and the folder will automatically be created on the current directory URL. For example, if now if I run this command, right? So this repository will be made on my desktop here, right here. So you need to just write the command. Okay, 24 people have forked it. Okay, so now most of you have just got it. So this is the index.html file which you all have forked it, right? You have the code on your own. And one thing more, go to your GitHub account. Just go to your GitHub account. Like if I fork it, right? I fork it. Okay. मैंने अपने में fork किया इसको. Okay. I forked it into my account, right? So see, your a repository will be created on my name. See, this is created. This is my username, right? And this is the repository which is owned by Mozilla Chandigarh, right? Hence, it is written below it that forked from Mozilla Chandigarh, right? So it is written. We can clarify from here also. So I have logged this repository from Mozilla Chandigarh, right? Okay. So I have logged it. I got the code. can we create our own project folder inside? You want to create your own project folder inside Atom. See, if you want to just create it, just create outside and drag it to Atom. See, if I want this folder, just drag it, and you can get the code. And if you want to remove it, just remove it, or just add project folder from here. What's the big issue in it? It's a normal thing. Atom is not anything else. It's just an editor for you. It makes your work easy. It makes the code look better. Okay. Okay. So it's done. We have formed it. So now you need to before starting, this is the code which you have just forked in your PC. It's all written in Bootstrap, right? CSS, if you see the CSS file, in the beginning itself, it says the copyrights have gone to the Bootstrap version 4.5. I've just copied their Bootstrap. If you use Bootstrap, basically what you use is their CSS. They have written the code for it, and you use it for your fast work. The work is done comparatively very fast when you use Bootstrap. Right. So all the editing have been done inside this Bootstrap file only, style file. Right. So now what I want you to do your last name here. Okay. Write your name and last name about you can replace everything, every detail composed in this HTML file according to you. For now, I just want you to replace the name because a word by your own. Okay. And you can also edit it. For this, the announcement will be made about that which we're talking, that there shall be an announcement for the in the event. So just for now, I just want you to replace the name. Plus, I want you to paste your image, okay, and rename it as my image with the same syntax as used here, right? And now if you see that certificate one, this is for girls, all the girls that are attending the event, all the girls need not to change anything. It's already customized. Photos are for girls. For the boys, just remove here. Wait a minute. Wait. Just a minute. See. Here now, my image, right? It is for the nav bar that appears on the side, this thing. So you need to change this image, okay? So you need just to this image will automatically be loaded if you hit the folder itself. So I want you to rename you paste your image there and rename your image as my image, same as this is declared, okay? The next thing is I want you to just change one thing, and that is wait a minute, experience and this, okay, name. I hope you have done. And one thing, just remove one. If you're a boy, just remove one, it will appear. See, if I remove one and I
please let them change their profile picture first, and let them go with that, then you can move to that boy thing.
Okay, sure, Professor. So let me know if you have changed the profile. Just rename it as it is. Just rename it. Okay, rename it. Sure. So now you have the folder. All of you have this folder, right? Just go in it. Sources. Just go to this folder. Then delete this image. Okay, you delete this image and paste your own image with the same name as, wait, I am just texting you the name. Just rename your image. Okay, for getting boy website. Okay, see, the boy website is basically, there's a difference in the images, right? So here is this is a girl. SVG. It's basically SVG, right? And in the top itself, it is for a girl SVG. So I have just made it for a boy too. You just need to website. So this is at line number 59. Wait, I'll text the line. Line number 59 and and there was 243. 59, 243. Okay. Remove the one from the file name. Remove the one. Done. And just let me know that who all are done with the image. Has what's wrong with it? It's a class I have done with image. Okay, good. What about the rest? Have you changed your image? Does it appear in your see? When you go here, this shall appear here. See this is a file. This is in C directory. This is in users. Then your name. Then your desktop. Then the folder, and then the file. Okay. This index.html shall be updated by you, and it shall reflect in your personal computer. Okay, sure. I'm waiting. Okay, sure. I hope, please tell me the 59 line. Okay, sure. Sal, see, you need to go here, right? And then line 59, you just, if you're a boy, just replace, if there is a one, okay, you will find one there already. Just remove the one from there. The SVG loaded, the SVG will be of a boy in the main website. The same shall be done for line number 243. And then line 243, just remove this one if you are doing it for a boy. Is it done? Could you please clarify me? What's the issue? Okay, now just let me know that everyone on their local computer have customized the HTML page. Just let me know. Your name is appearing, right? Your see, there are a few points. If you're a boy, then customize it to boy SVG. Okay, this thing, boy, and your name and your image. These three things are done by all of you. Just let me know. Actually, the thing is, when you if you are able to do this, you can what I did see the same line in 59253. No, it's not same actually. It's just the sources, the sources provided here, right? I just want you to replace this one, to just cross out this one if you're wanting the portfolio website for a boy or for a male. This was the issue that I was concerned about. Here we are modifying your portfolio code. It is useful for you. It's just like you provide it as a template for portfolio. Okay, Pinky, right? So our task was to teach you Git and GitHub and version controlling system. Portfolio was, see, if you want, I can explain. See, I shall explain you few codes about the section 2, that how you can update it, right? So just hold on and wait. You can update it as per your choice. Great, Amit Kumar. Now shall we proceed? Everyone is done. Sel, could you please share your screen? No, don't share your screen. Just tell me what exactly you are encountering the problem. What is happening with you?
Sal, we can go ahead with the queries after this session. We are getting late.
Okay. So now, see, everyone is done with the task that you're from where to change the profile pic. You just need to replace your file and rename it to my image, and all things shall be managed by your computer itself. You need not to change anything in the code. Okay, let me demonstrate him. Okay, see, Sal, I am here in this line 59, right? If I go with this my website only, the thing that appears is this thing. Okay, but if I add one and save it, you will see this. This is the only difference, and this is the only thing that we are encouraging you to do. Nothing else. You need to not to change any code there. Wait. Let me open the VS Code editor too. Yeah. It's me. It's same as 59. Okay, now let's get started with the other things. Okay, so now I will demonstrate few things. See, you have this sections, right? In the future, if you want to edit and make a new section here. See, it can be anything, right? So what you're gonna do, the first step for you shall be that you find is that this is a list that appears here. So you need to add a list. Now you see that they have a class of nav items. That is a bootstrap class. This is a class for navbar items. Navbar items. What are the navbar items? These are navbar items that are designed as per your needs with the help of bootstrap. Okay. So see, if you want to add new section, you just okay, and you just need to add this too. So now you see this is the ID, right? This ID is refers to your, see, if I click this award section here, right, it takes me to the award section where the award is located. So you need to create a new ID for this. It can be according to your choice. See, I create with the new name only. So as soon as I refresh, I see a new tab here, right? But if I click on it, it doesn't let me go anywhere, because you see the new ID, it doesn't point to anything right now in the HTML document, right? So see the award ID, this is the award ID, right? And it is triggered by this award. If you go with this award where it is located, you will find where's the award section, it shall be in the last, right? So you see that this section has this ID of awards, right? When this section has an ID of awards, when that ID is clicked, this section is hovered over, like education and awards. For the same purpose, we need to have a ID for it. So I have to make a ID. This is how you create a ID. Okay, our ID was new. So if I create it and just write it, this is my new tab for my portfolio, right? So do this, and you now tap on this. This shall appear. So this is how you create a new Okay, you find all the items you need to change it. Okay, so now everyone is done, and can you know how to modify the changes? If you want to add a new tab or new section, you just need to add this thing, right? Just let me know if anyone have confusion in this. Okay, is it done? Good. So this was about creating a section. Yeah, Shivam, it's correct. You can add anything as per your need. See, the sources folder contains this much of file. You can add many new files here and then modify it according to your needs. Okay, and the section shall update it by its own, right? So now let's proceed with the other thing. Can you tell me once how to create a section? Okay, see, when you create a section, right, you just thing section is a tag of HTML. It automatically gets created as soon as you create. So if I even write as my new, so this is a new section which is comprised of this heading. So section is declared by the tag that we open, and the ID we give to it refers to the navbar that we pass in the whole process. Like we have passed these much of IDs, right? We have about, we have experience, education, skills, project, awards, and this new thing shall inside just right now. So it's up to you that how much you add, how many. You can also cut down few of them. Suppose you don't want to share your skills section, you can just cut it down, right? How to change icons under the skill? I can't find for some frameworks. Okay, the framework used here is Font Awesome, right? See, in the beginning itself, see, the script is of a free version of Font Awesome. So if you want to change it, you need to find that which class of Font Awesome is comprised of the icon. For example, this far Angular is responsible for generating this icon on the screen, this Angular icon. So you need to go to the website Font Awesome. Okay, there you will find the different classes which are comprised of this whole. There are many icons. You can take any of them and you can add them in your personal website. Okay, is it clear? Okay, sure. So now this thing is clear that you can add more sections and you can update this text later on. For now, is everything clear that how to update things and everything is clear? Then we can move forward to the GitHub part. And yeah, one more thing, that the website currently has a dark mode, right? If you just trigger it, if you toggle it, it shall convert it, the color theme changes itself to the dark theme. Have you all tried it? The dark theme? Is it working on your PC? The dark mode is working on your PC, right? Okay, good. So now everyone, just now the changes have been made. Now log on to your GitHub where the repository has been made. Can you show us the code for the dark and the light mode? Show. Yeah, it's just open to all. Okay, so see the dark mode. Wait a minute. It was in the nav bar, right? See, this is the nav bar. This is the dark mode. I just commented out. Okay. This is the dark mode. So what it is doing is it is triggering a function that is make me dark, and what it does, it is an input which is a checkbox, right? This thing which is this is a checkbox I have in the form of checkbox. You can convert it in any form, like a button, or button can be made, or anything that you need to use hover effect. You can do a lot of things with it. Okay, so once you are done with this, you need to make this function in your JavaScript, right? So when you go to JavaScript, the script will open. So now you just see the function that make me dark. What it does, it the document is a JavaScript value from the body, and then toggle it to dark mode, which is stored in the styles of this HTML document. Now, if you find dark mode, right? So what you find is background color changes to this color, right? And the color changes to white. If I do this red and so now my color shall appear in the red colors, because the class which is assigned to this section, that is dark mode, has been updated with the color of your choice. So it's up to you that if you want to change the color, you can change it by as per your choice, right? So it depends on you that how you modify it and how you make changes in your own portfolio. Okay, so for now, let me just change it to what it was. Okay, so is it clear who asked about the dark mode? Images, you can download it. There are various sources, many sources you will find on the internet, right? So now let's update it to the GitHub. Okay, it's already too late. So now, if you are done, right, you have cloned it, you have done everything. So now the next command shall be in the same directory. You need to run this command, git and add. This will there are 3-4 commands now. Okay, wait, let me write it here. Okay, so I have push the commands in the chat box. Okay, so now you need to run this command one by one, and the changes shall appear in your GitHub, where the see this the changes shall reflect here. Your HTML will be updated with your personal HTML, which you will provide, right? Just let me know if okay, wait. See, I'm repeating the process. You just see it once. Okay. So this is my repository, okay, which is for Mozilla Chandigarh. You need to get the code. So get this URL. Okay. Once you got this URL, paste it here. Okay. Your the portfolio will be cloned to this site. Okay. To my new folder, which is EX. Right. See, I have a folder here with the same things, right, which are in the repository currently. Everyone is done with this step. Let me know. Okay, sure. So now after this, this thing was done. Have you all made the changes in index.html? Plus, you have changed the sources and your image with my image. Is it done by everyone? Okay, great. So now the next thing is, see, I am in this folder. Make sure you're in the directory where the first
Hello. Hitik, your voice is not audible. Hello.
I think Ritik is facing some connection loss. Okay, guys, as you can see that Ritik has lost the connection due to some network failure. What I want you all is that right now, which you have cloned, just do one thing: replace all the folders which you have changed previously and paste it there.
Hello. Am I audible?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, you are audible now.
Okay. I'm extremely sorry about the connection issue. Okay.
Okay,
There was an issue that raised my Wi-Fi stopped working. I'm really very sorry. Okay. So where were we? So now, okay, everyone is done with this get add dot command. Just let me know if anyone is not able to do this. You have added the changes, right? Okay. So now the next thing is you need to commit your changes. That yeah, you have made few changes. Okay. You need to just you need to just pass this command, get commit with a message. Okay. So this shall commit to your repository, not to Mozilla Chandigarh, but to your repository, which is owned by you, which is forked from the Mozilla's repository. And these changes shall not appear to the Mozilla's repository, but on your repository, which is connected from your GitHub account. Okay. So everyone is committed. Get commit with a message. Yes, everyone, please let me know. Okay, sure. So now the last command shall be, okay, what it does is this will push all the changes that I have made to my GitHub account, to my Git repository. Okay. So now I have made changes, and then I have done few steps, 3 steps basically. I have added it. I have added the changes. I have committed. Then I committed the changes that yeah, I have done it by my own. And then you pass a message that what about the change? Just give a title to your change, that I changed this, I fixed this problem. Okay. Then you push those changes to your master branch, right? Okay. So now if I go to my GitHub, right? So see my changes appear here. So what are these? This was the commit, which is this one. This was the commit which appeared on my repository, but not on Mozilla's repository, right? Everyone is done till here, and the commit is appearing like this. And 2 minutes ago, everyone, just let me know once. Anmol is done. What about others? Just let me know once. If you're not done, we'll do something to help you. Okay, sure. Now you have this thing on your repository, and you have edited it. Now the thing, follow me carefully step by step. Okay. See, now go to settings. Okay. When you are in the settings, go to GitHub pages. Okay. GitHub pages. Everyone, are you in the GitHub pages section of that page, in the settings of your repository? Everyone is in the settings of their repository, not from the Mozilla, on your account. See your account. If you are new to GitHub, the repository count will increase to 1, because this repository is owned by you now. The changes will be based on your changes, right? Now This is a none. It appeared none. Choose a branch. For now, you have only one branch. Choose it as a master branch. Okay. And when you choose the branch as master, click it save. Okay. Everyone is done. Everyone has done. Change the branch to master. Save it. Saved it. Save it once. Okay. Now refresh the page. When you refresh the page, it says your site is published at this URL, right? If this appears to all of you, GitHub pages, just let me know. Okay, now just click it and share your link here. We will open any of the three. Okay, Simran, wait. You need to go to your settings, right? Where the repository, where you have this repository, go to the settings, okay? Then go to GitHub pages, right? And then choose the branch as master and click save, and then refresh the page. Okay, Anmol, let me open your website. Okay, Anmol, just change the name. When you see, now the process is understood by you all, right? So the next thing that you will do is you will change your name and everything that is in this HTML, and the process will remain the same. There will be 3 steps, okay? There will be basically 3 steps. The same folder can be edited again and again, and your repository shall reflect the same changes again and again, and the URL will get updated by its own. And wait a minute, I see something. Great, you have applied a favicon. Okay, this was good. Anmol, this was good. Tarandeep, you need to refresh the page. Just refresh the page, that GitHub thing. You need to refresh it. Okay, let me see. Good. Ahmed Uzaf, you have written. Okay, good. You have replaced everything. Good. Okay. Now, and every one of you understood, right? That how you will make changes and make new sections on your HTML document. Just let me know if anyone is having difficulty. Wait. This, who's that? Aman, 0. That's your repo. You need to share the link that above have shared, the URL of your website. Chaitanya, icons. Okay, let me show you. Chaitanya, just look at my screen now. See, you need to find. See, if you want to use this card, right? You just click on it. Okay. When you click on it, it will give you a class, right? That which class it is on. If you just do it, start using. See, you will given this class, that this is the class of this icon, and if you replace this class. See, you see this. This is fab far HTML5. Similarly, this is fast far address card. So there are n number of icons which you can incorporate in your website. So it's the choice is yours that which icon you are using. So just find the icon, just know the class that it is assigned, and just replace it here. You just need to replace this thing. Got it? Okay, sure. Okay, so everyone have shared their. Okay, now related to the announcement for you all. So now as you have the code, right? So you have 2 to 3 days. You need to upgrade it as per your needs, add elements to it, add more images, update the fonts, and do whatever you want to do, and we will pick top 3 of you, and top 3 of you will get endorsements and perks in the future. And for this, the Abhyansh will let you know about more about the perks. And just remember that only top 3 of you shall receive the endorsement, who are able to upgrade and add more elements to this and make your portfolio better one in the next coming 2 to 3 days. Okay. Then let me see here. Taran, wait a minute. Something is wrong with your GitHub pages. Just go to your settings and make your GitHub pages accessible, and make it to master branch. And then you need to save it. Taran. Okay, is it visible? Okay. Great. Aman? Okay. Aman, just be sure to change this also. Just remove the one in front of the name of the file, right? Rest everything is working with all of you have done that. Great. That's great. Yeah, everything is working fine. Everything is working fine. Okay. Yeah, everything is working fine by you also. And yeah, you can update elements to it. Okay. Where do I have to send our links? We will give you the form link. Okay. You will submit the URL. Yeah, Byansh.
Yeah. So it was a great session, Rick. I mean, let me do the honor.
Sure, Abhyansh.
Yeah. I am very, very much excited that people are getting engaged so much and about and making their own portfolios. About the announcement, I was making that is we are giving you 2 days. The form for the submitting the GitHub link will be available from the evening, just after the event. So you can participate in that. For the form will be live for 2 days, and we'll pick the top 3 portfolios. You can make changes according to yourself, and we will feature it in our LinkedIn post and also on our website. So it will be a great opportunity for you all to be an active member of the community Mozilla Chandigarh. So I think everyone is clear about it, right? Yeah.
So we can head
Okay.
to some doubt session if someone is having some doubt or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
let
anything,
me
like
unmute.
GitHub or something like that, anything.
Now you can unmute yourself.
Hi. Hello.
Yes, Sal.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, speaker and Mozilla Chandigarh team and all. I have a queries in this one, first one, GitHub and all. I have issue in that. Can I get recording of the session? Is it possible?
Yes, you can get the recording of the session. It will be uploaded soon.
Okay. And it was a great session. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else? Are you having any doubt or something? Or we should just end it in this session?
Yeah, everyone has just text their URL. Everyone has done it. Very good.
It was amazing. I mean, it was really amazing. In case you have any feedback, I'll be sharing the feedback form also. So some feedback you would like to give us to improve the sessions, or you will like to how awesome the session was. So kindly do that. Okay, I'll be sharing the feedback form link.
Sure. It was a great session indeed to all of you.
And mentor. Hello.
Sal?
Mentor.
Yeah.
So how in the portfolio, how can we change this one, the men and all? So we have to add our image there, like a background. Is it
Yeah,
possible?
yeah, sure, it is indeed possible. You just need to add the file to the folder, the sources folder, right?
Okay.
And the file name, suppose you have a file name of abc.jpg, right?
Okay.
That is your image, okay? Paste the image in the folder and just replace the name that is say sources slash the file name dot whatever the extension you are using. That shall appear in your HTML page.
Okay.
And
second,
this thing should,
yeah.
say.
Yeah, sorry, sir, tell me.
Just change the extension and just change the name and paste that file in the folder itself. And this thing, when you commit it and you will push it to the your GitHub repository, you need not to change anything to the URL. The URL will automatically get updated with your image.
Okay. And in the left side, we can add
Anywhere.
afterwards anything
Anywhere.
else, right?
Anywhere in the section. You can change it. The whole page you can change it as per your needs.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ritik, you can share your LinkedIn profile. If anyone is having any problem, they can reach out to you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, sure.
Same for Shibam. You can do the same.
Yeah, in any queries, you can either ask in the group or you can approach the mentor. That was.
Yeah, you can just message, just leave a text.
Yeah. And thank you so much, guys. I mean, this session was amazing. We have lined up some more exciting events for the future, and
Yes.
we really want you to be there.